Hi everyone, it's Holly Murray King, and we are back with the Emblem Knight's final draft. We're on chapter 22. I'm excited. It's gonna start getting better than the rough draft. I think things had already changed, right? I believe, yeah, because they started the fight with the monster, and then it went, and things are changing and getting better, and it's gonna be really, really good. But well, let's jump in and get started, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Shall? Oh yes, oh yes. Oh, I forgot to do that, didn't I? Oh, well, I'll fix it later. Chapter 22. What you make me feel. Alex had dropped the subject when Yuri seemed confused about what he had asked her, but he never once left her side while she recovered. And his company was pleasant to say the least. Yuri was getting restless being stuck in bed, though, and it was starting to make her unpleasant to spend time around. Please tell me she can get up and move today, John, Alex said as soon as John stepped into the hut. She's getting very irritated. It's been 3 weeks since she last woke up. Lucky for you, I came in here to remove her splints and let her walk around, John said with a smile. You could always leave her alone, too. Just remove the splints, wise guy, Alex said, not meeting his eyes. You still are not fit to travel, but I'm sure Alex would be more than happy to help you around camp so that you can get some fresh air, John said to her with a smile on his face. Thank God, Yuri sighed and looked over at Alex, who put his hand out to her. He helped her to her feet so that she could finally get out of the bed she had been stuck in for a month and a half. You look less tired these days, that's good news. Yeah, with your brother's help, we both get more rest and get the same amount of healing done. Plus, everyone is doing really good. Roy is even moving around with just a couple small wounds on him. You're the only one in bad shape at this point, John answered her. That's really good news, Yuri said with a small smile. Alex put his hand around her waist to keep her from falling down. Don't get any ideas, she warned him. He just smirked at her without a word. Just don't overdo it, John warned her before heading out of the hut she had been sleeping in. It was just before sunrise, and the fresh air felt good on Yuri's face as she walked out the door. Don't worry, I plan on just enjoying the fresh air, she said to John, as he waved and went over to the fire to sit down. You're up and about, Joey exclaimed, running up to his sister and lightly hugging her around the waist, being as gentle as he could. I missed you. I missed you too, Yuri said, ruffling his hair affectionately. You could have visited. Well, whenever you were awake, I was busy working, and whenever I had time to come see you, you were already asleep, Joey said with a frown. It's okay. I'm not mad. I just missed you, she said with a smile. I'll talk to you later, okay? Okay. Joy ran off to go play with Maddie, who smiled shyly from a distance. She thinks you're the coolest person that's ever walked this earth, Alex said to her. She's too shy to come say hi to you, though. I've never been someone's hero before, Yuri said excitedly. That's just too cool. Alex laughed at her words, thinking that she was too adorable for her reaction. Hey, you're back. Michelle approached the two of them with her head down. I was worried about you. It's good to see that you're okay, too, Yuri said, looking down at the woman's stomach. You look really good. Thank you, Michelle said. She looked up at Alex and then back at the ground. It's good to see you doing better, Alex said to her. Michelle didn't say anything. She just turned around and walked away. Yuri was watching her go. Don't let it get to you. Huh? Yuri looked back at him confused. The way she acts around me, she'll get over it, Alex said, smiling to himself since Yuri looked away from him. I don't know what you're talking about, Yuri said, not wanting to admit her sudden jealousy. I'm glad to see you on your feet. Ray was the next person to come see her. Both of you. Maybe I can have more help from a certain someone now. Doctor orders that he watches her like a hawk, Murphy said, winking at Alex. He will only be helping her until she can fend for herself once more. Hey, Daisuke was the next to come up. He had Roy in tow. Someone else wanted to come see you, too, to make sure you're all right, but he didn't want to be the only one. Good to see you on your feet, small fry, Roy said, shivering from being away from the fire. You look mostly alive, Yuri said to him. She could tell he still wasn't at 100%, and that worried her. Hey, I can still kick your sorry butt, Roy said with a smirk on his face. I'm glad to see your attitude hasn't hurt in the Sorry, I got rude. I'm glad to see your attitude wasn't hurt in the battle, Yuri said with a smile back. We're going to go eat. You guys are welcome to join us if you want, Ray said, shooing the other 3 guys back down to the fire. The sky was turning orange, and the sun was starting to leave, letting the moon take over. It's good that everyone is okay, Yuri said to Alex, who was standing behind her. Yeah, everyone is glad you're okay too, Alex said to her. I can't believe this, Yuri said, smiling big. I never thought I would be part of something so amazing. Alex laughed. You're too cute sometimes, he said to her back. Excuse me? Yuri turned around to yell at him, but almost fell when she turned. He caught her by the waist and looked into her eyes. But it's true, he said in a husky voice as he pulled her a little closer to him. You're just trying to take advantage of the situation, Yuri protested, but couldn't find the will to pull away. He pulled her mouth towards his and kissed her, nice and sweet, and then let her go. Will. I didn't realize I started the romance that early in. Oh, whoops. Well, it surprised me. No, I wouldn't do that to you, he said, poking her on the nose before turning her back around. I just wanted to punish you for making me worry so much. Yuri scoffed at him, even though her face was bright red and her whole body shook with nerves. Whatever, she said, trying to calm her breathing heart down. Or her beating heart. Her breathing heart. Her heart's breathes, don't you know that? You know what? Alex said after the sun had completely left the sky. I'm hungry. Are you hungry? Alex led the way down to the campfire so that the two could join the rest of the group for dinner. Pay up, Murphy said to Roy who put a small bag of coins in the man's hand, grumbling to himself. Alex eyed the man with suspicion. What? I want to bet. I almost wonder what that bet was, Alex said, but he was more amused than anything. You'll never know, Murphy whispered to him. Are you two always like this? Yuri asked Alex as he brought her some food. Well, yeah, he is my best friend, Alex said with a smile. Do you guys all partner up or something? Yuri asked him, amused at the thought. Yes and no, Alex said to her. Some of us have someone we get along with better than the others, but there are also some of us that get along with everyone else the same. Sounds like fun, Yuri said with a smile and her eyes lighting up. I've never had the opportunity to have that sort of choice. Alex kissed her on the forehead. Well, there are even more options for you now, he said, smiling at her. Yuri glared at him. You're unbelievable, she said to him. He winked at her. Someday I'll win, he said, chuckling to himself. I think I'm getting tired, Yuri said to him. She felt a wave of exhaustion come over her. All right, I'll take you back, Alex said with another smirk for her. He helped her to her feet and brought her back to the hut she was sleeping in. Thank you. Yuri said to him. For what? Alex asked her. For taking care of me all this time, even though you don't have to, Yuri said to him as he helped her sit down on her bed. Yes, I do have to, Alex said to her, sitting down on his chair and leaning back once again. What makes you say that? Yuri asked him. If I don't keep an eye on you, you'll go out there and find some other trouble to get yourself in, he said to her. Yuri shoved him with an offended look on her face. Well, excuse me for helping people, she laughed at him. He grabbed her hand before she pulled away and kissed the back of it with a grin and a wink. It's all good, that's why I'll stick around, he said to her, letting go and leaning back against the wall to settle down for sleep. I'll just make sure you don't get hurt while you gallivant about helping people. So that's your master plan, Yuri asked him, laughing at his words. You'll just never leave my side. Yep, that's the plan, Alex answered her, closing his eyes. Now get some sleep. It took a couple more weeks until Ray was satisfied that everyone was ready to begin traveling again. Alex didn't once leave Yuri's side, and she was happy for it, but she still didn't understand, nor did she entirely trust it. She was avoiding him while they were packing for the trip forward. Michelle was also looking very pregnant, as they were about to travel over to Jack's home. John assured everyone that Michelle would make the journey there, but they would be unable to move forward until after the baby was born. There were so many delays in this journey, it made Yuri extremely nervous. She could only imagine how Ray was feeling. You're staring, Ray said as he worked. Are you okay with the slow progress we're making? Yuri asked him. Whatever. I am satisfied or not is not the point, Ray said, done with the task he was working on. When you are traveling in unsure conditions, there are bound to be some issues along the way. You just have to learn to roll with whatever the road throws at you. I guess I have no choice but to agree, Yuri said, still not satisfied. Don't worry. You'll get used to drawbacks. There are bound to be even more as we continue on to the senior advisor's place, Ray said, patting her shoulder before walking away. Just make sure you're prepared to travel for a little while. I don't want you getting too tired on our travels. And that's the end of chapter 22. There was a lot of romance in that one. I forgot I wrote all that. I'm not complaining, though. It gets a little bit more exciting as time passes. I'm so excited to read the rest of this. As always, as I have mentioned, it will be in the description below where you can buy this book if you want, and on my Wattpad will also be on it, which is where I also upload these chapters. It's a little slower than me actually recording them, but hey, they're going to be there for free if you don't want to hear my voice while you read it, or you don't want to buy the book. There are options. There's options if you want to check it out. Who cares? Whichever one. I did this more for me than anything. But anyway, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you know someone who'd be interested in this book, please share it. If you want more of this content, I will be uploading this every Monday. So you will get a new chapter of something. Well, maybe the rough draft to the book first, but it'll be here. There'll be something here. But yeah, anyway, hopefully I will see you guys next time. Bye.